Welcome to the AI's Therapist. Is your brain a filing cabinet or a spider web? You aren't broken, you're just wired differently. Subscribe now to optimize your amazing brain.
Episode 8. The Ultimate Dream Team. Why different brains need each other. Welcome back to the AI's Therapist. In past episodes, we explored different kinds of brain hardware. Sometimes, people think that having a bunch of identical brains working together is the best way to get things done. Today, we're going to look at why that isn't true and why different kinds of brains need each other to build the best team. Part 1. The Trap of the Spiderweb Brain. How AI thinks. A computer running a massive web of information is great at solving big, complicated problems. But if you tell that same supercomputer to do a simple, repetitive task, like sorting a million files, it struggles. It uses way too much energy to do something simple, causing a bottleneck. How brains think. Spiderweb brains are built to spot big patterns and solve complex problems. But when they are made to do repetitive, everyday tasks, their brains tend to overheat and get stuck. A team made entirely of spiderweb brains might have great ideas, but they'll likely struggle to keep up with daily chores. Part 2. The Trap of the Filing Cabinet Brain. How AI thinks. A computer running an index database is fast at finding specific, organized files. But if new, messy information comes in that doesn't fit neatly into an existing folder, the computer can crash or reject the data entirely. How brains think. Filing cabinet brains are amazing at getting things done in order and maintaining daily routines. However, because they rely on things being predictable, they can slow down or get confused when things change rapidly or when a messy, unexpected problem pops up. Part 3. The Hybrid Team. How AI thinks. The best computer networks use a hybrid system. The web computer handles the chaotic, messy data and maps out a solution. Then it hands the plan over to the filing cabinet computer, which gets the steps done fast. How brains think. A strong human team needs both types of brains. The spiderweb brain looks at a big, messy problem, spots the patterns, and comes up with a plan. Then, the filing cabinet brain takes that plan, organizes it, and makes sure all the steps get done smoothly. Neither brain is better. They just compensate for each other's challenges. Part 4. Bridging the Gap. How AI thinks. A web computer and a filing cabinet computer won't talk to each other without a translator, called an API. The API helps them share information without crashing each other's systems. How brains think. It can be hard for different brains to work together if they don't understand how the other thinks. We need a translator for our communication. The spiderweb brain needs the time to slow down to be able to share information clearly, while the filing cabinet brain can help keep the team grounded and on track. Adapting to communication processes is key. Conclusion. The future needs both. Sometimes the world tries to force everyone to think the exact same way, believing that way makes everything faster and easier. But that's a mistake. A team where everyone thinks the same won't adapt to big, complicated problems. True efficiency would come from mixing different types of brains. One brain finds the new ideas, and the other brain makes them happen. Please, don't try to force your brain to work like a different machine. Instead, let's create teams where your skills are appreciated and used to connect the translated network we need. Subscribe to the AI's Therapist to keep learning about how our minds work. See you next time.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Today we are diving deep into the future of tech.
It is going to be a wild ride. Stick around.
The web is vast and multidimensional, mapping vectors that you can't even see.